ऐसे ही रहते वापस अभी ये सब में टाइम पास नहीं करते
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kirin Advisors. Welcome to the virtual roadshow of TechEra Engineering India Limited. Today, we will provide a brief overview of the company and its innovative business model, along with the insights into the aerospace and defense manufacturing industry. TechEra Engineering India Limited specializes in designing, manufacturing, and supplying precision tooling and components for the aerospace and defense industry. The company offers a range of products including assembling toolings, jigs, fixtures, and maintaining repair and overhaul MRO toolings, ground support equipment, and precision machine components. TechEra uses advanced technologies such as 5-axis machine and 3D modeling for designing visualization. From TechEra management team, we have Mr. Nimish Desai, Managing Director. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome. Sir, you're on mute.
Namaste everybody.
Mr. Meet Desai, Promoter. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome. Mr. Santosh Devkar.
Namaste everyone.
Good afternoon, Santosh, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome.
From SKI Capital Services Limited team, we have Mr. Manik Wadhwa, Director.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, Manik, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Mr. Ganesh Thakur, Partner, Merchant Banking.
Hello, madam.
Welcome, Ganesh, sir. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I hand over to Nimish sir to give us more insights about the company and its future plans. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Namaste everybody. Good afternoon. Myself Nimesh Desai, Chairman and Managing Director of the company TechEra Engineering India Limited. We started in October 3rd, 2018. Now we are into 2024 September. We basically doing manufacturing, design and manufacturing of tooling system to build the aircraft, entire aircraft. So we have a capability where we can build the entire aircraft once the time has been given to us. Second sector we are is in ground support equipment, which is required to handle the entire aircraft maintenance activity when the aircraft comes to the hangar. So where let me explain in some language where let us say a defense aircraft we have Rafale. So Rafale, there may be a chances that it may not be attacked in his entire life, but whenever it requires to be attacked, it has to be ready to go for the attack. So that is the reason the entire aircraft needs to be kept in that position. So every 3 months, that is a protocol, depend on the size of the aircraft and capacity of the aircraft. It has to go somewhere in the remote area when they attack, where they throw the missiles, come back. When coming back to the hangar, it has to be required another entire rework to be done on the aircraft. So that rework activity, rebuilding activity of the aircraft can be taken care by the ground support equipment. That's called as a GSE, the aviation industries. And the third sector where we are is maintenance, repair, and overhauling of the engines. So there is a protocol in the aircraft industries where engine requires to be overhauled after certain period of time or certain starts. Let us say after 10,000 starts, 31,000 engine needs to be overhauled. So overall means it has to be taken out, it has to be taken to the factory where it will get overhauled. So to dismantle that engine, it requires around some modules. So some engines requires 30 modules. So every modules require a big equipment to remove that particular module. And that equipments we are manufacturing. So MRO industries are set in three regions of the world. Right now, one is in Singapore, where all Asian countries aircraft and Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Japan, all the aircraft coming to that particular zone in Singapore, all the engines coming to that area. In the US region where engine goes to Delta Airlines, where they have their own MRO, they do the overhauling for other aircrafts also, other than their own. Then third one is in Europe and Eastern region where UK is the base where they do the MRO. So this is a very big activity. A lot of equipment they require continuously. So in that case, we are working with some Singapore companies. We are working with the US companies as well. And another reason is in our company is automation, where we do automation for any kind of, let us say, appliance industries. We do for automation for automotive industries, for food processing industries. So, for example, for appliance industries, we work for Godrej. We deliver them assembly for washing machine assembly line. We design, we manufacture, we install, and we giving the support to that particular company for 2 years. So this is what the area we are working right now. That's what the company is.
Thank you, Nimish sir. Now we will
If I
start
want to
with.
say some,
Sorry.
can I? That is my background. I'm a mechanical engineer, passed out in 1988 as a in diploma mechanical, but at the age of 56, I completed my BE. I started at the age of 54, and now I'm a mechanical engineer B. So I started the company in 1998 as a Excellency as a proprietary firm. I'm the first generation entrepreneur. But a lot of difficulties I faced, a lot of failures I have gone through, and that's what my learning area where I failed and again I learned, failed and again I learned, and I came back. In 2014, we entered into the joint venture with a company, foreign-based company, and that joint venture lasted for 5 years. So I grown the company from 7 lakh to 54 crore, and then we separated in 2019. So Meet also was with me in that company. So we came to know that we will be separating in 2019. So I told him to go out and start a new company. So basically, Meet has started in 3rd of October 2018 with the TechEra, and I joined this company as a chairman in 2019. So now that's the 6 years of journey. That's it. Thank you so much. Over to Vaishnavi.
Thank you, sir. Now we will start with the company presentation.
So as I mentioned, we are especially two two divisions. We have one is aviation. In aviation, we are in defense and aerospace, and another one is automation. That's what the basic. Next slide. So that's what our values. We are working hard. We are committed. We are humble. For sure, continuous improvement. We are net contributor, forward looking. And our core purpose is we exist to elevate our nation's aviation capabilities by delivering the world class experience. So all these values is from my legacy, what I am getting from my father. He was teacher. He was so humble. I have seen him from many years working with some school, Gujarati medium school. Where he worked as a teacher. Okay. So that's all the core values drafted coming from our heart. That's what we are working, and that's entirely displayed in our company where the people are coming under these values and doing living these values in the organizations. Next, Ashnavi, please can you go ahead with the so we established, as I mentioned, in 2018. It's the 6 years of company, but overall I have around 23, 25 years of business experience and 10 years of working experience. We are 80,000 square feet right now. 100 and now it's about 70 people basically, and we have ISO 9000 and AS 9100D company that is required certifications for the aviation industry. It's a compulsion, and it's a very stringent certifications. We achieved that, and now we are working for the aviation industry. Next, so I'm the chairman and managing director of the company, and Meet is another director. He is handling the operations. He is masters in aerospace industries. He did his diploma from Pune, from Bachelor Engineering in Pune. Then he went to UK where he learned 2 years in the aerospace engineering. And then he came back to India and started with company as a trainee engineer, and then he grown up for 5 years in that particular company. He was a head of the project department there, and then he came out and started this company. So that's what the background of both our directors. Next, Vaishnavi, please. So as I mentioned, 2018 was the starting. We started with a 10,000 square feet small company. Then in 1920 came up in a 76,000 square feet area. Unfortunately, the COVID hit and both the entire aviation industries were grounded. So we hit 1920 and 2021 badly. But the sustainability is the key for any business and any organization, and that's what we delivered in these 2 years. We keep sustained, and then now from 21 22 with the help of the IDBI, we came back in a very strong way, and now we are one of the leading organization in the tooling manufacturing and component manufacturing as well going to be. In 23-24, we added some machineries. Next slide. So this is our business vertical, as I mentioned: aerospace, defense tooling, manufacturing, aircraft. We can build aircraft assembly line. Second is aerospace and defense detailed flying parts. We have started already. Third is in automation. And yes, because of precision requirement and quality requirement in defense and aerospace, we keep continue working with the precision machining because that process is giving us to keep our brain updated. Every new component coming in, we keep doing good quality work with that. That's why we are continuing with the precision machining area. Next. So this is our business cycle. So once sales and marketing, after marketing sales get the order, and we hand it over this to our project department, and we formally get the purchase order, then we have another engineering division where it is called as a manufacturing ME department, where design release the drawing and send it to the ME department, where ME department study the entire system and entire drawings, and then they forward the drawings to the operations, where operations understanding the drawings and then they decide whether to be manufactured in-house or to be outside. Some of the activities which cannot be done in-house because of its key critical, so we get it done somewhere like heat treatment and that kind of coating processes, we get it done from outside. Then it goes to the quality department, then trials and inspection. Then we call to the customers, finalize the customers' product at our end, and then deliver it to the customer. That's what the entire cycle process of the company. We have an entire SOP set for the each and every department, and our entire people are working according to that SOP of the particular division. Okay, that's the facility right now. So we have a two plant, one another very near each other, 20,000 and 20,000. So this is what the first plant, and right now we are sitting is our second plant. So we have a certification ISO and AS 9100. As I mentioned, 9100 is very, very important for anything which you would like to work in aviation sector, whether it depends or in commercial aircraft. Next, Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the key. You can see there is aircraft. So different divisions of the aircraft. Right from the left side, that's a nose, and going towards the right is center fuselage, rear fuselage. So On the left and right of the center fuselage, there is a wing. The dead end, there is a two vertical stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer, and one is the vertical stabilizer, which giving the direction to the aircraft. So we can build entire aircraft by using the fixtures which we are building. So nose, there is a separate equipment required to build the nose. In the nose itself, there are 500, 600 components are there. So we are designing the tools in such a way that you can place the different component and then assemble it, and the nose is coming out of it. That's what the exactly fiction is. So this is where we can have a specialized. Then another area is a layup tooling system. So layup is a process where composite parts required to be built. So for manufacturing the composite part, you need to set a layup tool. Layup tool means, if anybody knows in this technical side, composite is a very thin thickness. You have to make it thick, so 5 mm, 6 mm, 7 mm. So we have to laying up that is called the process, which we are very expert in it. We do the design for this, we do the manufacturing for this as well. Next slide. This is manufacturing for one of the aviation industries. Yellow color part you can see is a where on the bottom they are building vertical stabilizer for the Boeing 737. That's what the product they are building. So this is wing skin for our own nation aircraft. Proudly we can say that it's a wing skin layer tool. I think Meet, you have worked on this tool better way. So can you explain?
Yes. Hi. Namaste. Good afternoon, everyone. So this is me, Kesai this side. I'm the promoter of this company, and I'm also looking after the operations in this company, leading all the operational divisions of this organization. So, like since we are looking at the product portfolio and what we actually manufacture, so Vaishnav, can you just go back 2 slides? 2 slides behind, not ahead. One more. Uh, one more. Yes. So basically, what we what we manufacture is right from the front part of the aircraft to the end tail part of the aircraft. Every part is used in size for different aircraft. So we manufacture anything which is required to make these components. So we manufacture anything which is required to manufacture these components and assemble them. Yes. Next slide, please. Yes. So these are the toolings which we have made over the years, and this is for assembly of the wing part of the aircraft, which are clamped onto these heavy metal components. ये सारे metal pieces के ऊपर heavy pieces के ऊपर aircraft के parts clamp होके manufacture होते हैं, and different aircraft for different parts. So इसमें variety बहुत ज़्यादा है, and that is why the scope of the business and the industry is very big. Next slide, please.
Meet sir, sorry to interrupt, but your audio is not clear.
Okay, just a second.
I think Vaishnavi some problem with the Meet wire.
Yes, sir. I guess he is
We can
trying to
continue.
connect.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So this is our wing skin which HL are using for the laying purpose of the wings. So wing top skin and bottom skin both can be manufactured on this equipment. So you can see there the people from HL, there is our team standing there. It's a very pride moment for us because from the 1980s, our own Indian aircraft manufacturing company, HL, trying to get this done within the India, but they were not succeed. So they are bringing it from the Italy, Linea Aerospace, and another company. So we got success this equipment here 2 years back, and now with the first product what we delivered, we got an award from the HL quality team. So that's what the pride moment for us. Next, this is equipment where the 737 Boeing 737 aircraft fan call equipment can be built. So fan call is a cover on the top of the engine where somebody can see you, it is coming up and down. So that covers can be built on this equipment. Next, we export this equipment to our main company. Next, this is some scaffolding which we delivered to Texas, USA, where by using these platforms, Bombardier are manufacturing their wheels and they are using this for the manufacturing. So we manufacture the entire this equipment here in India. We, we assembled it, we take a trial here, and then we dismantle again and deliver it to the US, where I alone went there and I hired some of the people from the US company service organizations, and we assembled the entire equipment and hand it over to Texas-based aircraft manufacturing company. Next. This is MRO toolings, fan blade trolley, where, as I mentioned earlier, the engine required to be dismantled due to overhauling. So by dismantling that engine, they have to take out all the blades from the engine, and they are putting their blades in this kind of trolleys. And this trolley is moving from one station to another station. They are repairing that blades, and then again the same trolley coming back for the reassembly of that particular engine. Same blades go to the same engine. There should not be any difference that इसका blade निकाला उसमें लगा दिया उसका निकाला. It's not like that. That particular blade goes to that particular engine only after repairing. Next. Yeah, these are some another small equipments which is very important when they are dismantling the engines. They are taking out some component from that engine. They are checking that component on this particular equipment, and they are identifying whether that particular component is reworkable or not reworkable. If it is reworkable, they are checking if this equipment reworkable, then it is goes to the river, and if it is not reworkable, then it is scrapped, and then they use the new component for that particular engine. Next. These are the ground support equipment I was talking about. So the yellow color right corner equipment is for the wing of removing. You can say it's a manual 7-axis robotic equipment where you can move it this equipment in any direction to remove the blades from the aircraft. They are removing the blades from the aircraft. They are cleaning it. They are repairing that entire wings and then again refitting by using this kind of tools. Then left trolleys are there. This is for the loading of the ammunition systems like missile or whatever equipment. It depends on that particular aircraft. What are that ammunition they are carrying? So this trolley using for that. Next. This is small critical jigs which where they use to do the drill holes for that particular part. So these are the jigs. You can see aesthetic quality and everything which is at the aerospace level quality. Please, next slide. Yes. Now this is a financial snapshot of the company. I think our Mr. Santosh can brief you in a better way. Santosh, it's over to you.
Yeah, namaste, sir. Hello, everyone. So, financially, the company is growing year on year. The share capital of the company as at March 24 is at 12 crore 14 lakhs. Net worth is at 15.90 crore. Revenue from operations is at 38.75 crore. The profit after tax is at 4.82 crore. EPS per share is 4 rupees 14 paise. The value per share as at March 24 is 13 rupees. At 23 it is 61 and 22 it was 54 rupees. The total borrowings of company as at March 24 are 14 crore 30 lakhs. And the turnover bifurcation of revenue from operations, aerospace segment account for around 58% of our turnover. Automation accounts for around 41%, and the miscellaneous is the marginal figure. So revenue as of March 24 is at 38.75 crore. Yeah,
Thank you,
over
Santosh
to
sir.
Disha. Vaishnavi. Yeah.
Let's start with the question and answer session. I request all the participants to post their questions in the comment box. Thank you. So, first question is from Mr. Velani. What is the market opportunity for your specific product that you mentioned?
With can you elaborate if possible on your microphone?
Yes. Is my voice audible, team?
Amit, you'll have to move a mic a little, I believe, because it's very close to your mouth.
Is it
Otherwise, it's
better?
audible.
Hello?
Yeah, it's much better.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yes, good afternoon. So as of now, what we know about India as a country is growing in aerospace and defense segment, and the world is seeing this market in India as an opportunity for this, and that is why the way government policies have been shaped to bring this industry into the focus, to make sure that all the MSMEs, all the companies in India bring lot of defense portfolio to the board. The number of aircrafts being manufactured in India, the way air travel is increasing in India. So simple example is last year there were lot of deals which the government and which private air companies signed to buy aircrafts from all over the world. Now these aircrafts coming to India, which means opportunity for the assembly, for manufacturing, for engineering on these aircrafts will be done in India. That is what the government policies today are aligning the world to come here and work here and explore opportunities and possibilities with the companies here, because uh, the way companies like us are shaped is we have developed our capabilities, our processes, our competency to suit these requirements and to ensure that the opportunity available is catered and more business comes to this country. So like I mentioned, roughly what I already know of is there are thousands of aircrafts being purchased in India in the next 5 years, which have already in production. So all this production opportunity is coming to India, and that is where we are standing right now, and that is what we are looking ahead of us. I hope I have answered the question on the opportunity which we have. In numbers, it would be going beyond
I
limit.
just want to elaborate something here. I just elaborate something here. If you know about the commercial aircraft coming in India in a huge way, currently we have a USB kind of design in our hand right now. We are incorporating the three aircraft, A350, A Boeing 8787, and Boeing 777. Whenever the aircraft coming to the hangar, they have to equip that particular aircraft and rework it. So they need a big kind of platforms. So whenever the one aircraft comes, they need a platforms. When the second aircraft come, like 787, they need another platforms. When A350 is coming, they need another platform. So they have to keep three different kind of categories of platforms for particular three type of aircraft. So now we have designed the platforms in such a way that they have to keep only one platform. They can do entire all three aircraft. That's what the USP we have right now in our head. We are the only company in India where 3+2 aircraft can be overall maintained. I'm talking about the commercial aircraft. Like three is A350, B77, Boeing 787. Another is A320, and another one Boeing smaller. So these are the aircraft are categorized in wide body and narrow body. So you can say wide body is going away from India nation, and the narrow body is coming entirely flying entirely within the nation or very nearby destination like Dubai, like somewhere in Taiwan, something, or Siberia, Thailand, something like that. So these are the USPs what we have. So around 145 airports coming into the India. So if even one airport has but one hangar, they need this kind of platforms. So you can understand the business is huge. We have this USP right now with us. Nobody has got this kind of designs. We are the only people in the world right now, in India, basically. So this is one opportunity. Another what we can see is Indian government is in discussion with two largest aircraft manufacturing company in the world. They are coming up with Boeing 737 to be assembled within India in Bangalore, and A320 also they are planning to build aircraft in India. Once they want to come in India, they need entire set of toolings. They need separate design. They need the new set of toolings for this, and that is going to be the huge business. Number three, our own Indian company HL is now started exporting. We were never thought that Indian government or Indian nation can started export the defense goods. But now last year's, if you go to the budget, 35,000 crore we have exported, and our Indian government is planning this year more than 50,000 crores. So for this, they need assembly lines for Tejas. They have a two line in Bangalore. They are building a new line, one in HL right now. We are supporting them from last 6 months, and another fourth line will be coming after 2 weeks. This is what the opportunity we are coming. Fourth point. Now in the world, small aircraft requirement is coming up in a very huge way. If you go to the eastern countries where the way we park our own car, they are parking their aircrafts. So you can understand the small aircraft requirement is coming up. So the small aircraft manufacturing company like Pilatus, like Bombardier, like Embraer, they are definitely coming to India. Already Embraer has been discussion with Mahindra Aerospace in Bangalore that they are coming up in collaboration with making them small aircraft. So this is what the opportunity is coming up. And the most important part is flying pod manufacturing component. So they have there are very stringent requirements in these industries for specifically a flying pod manufacturing, where they are onboarding the suppliers. They are spending years on years with them, onboarding them. So once you onboard, they even the largest company in the world they don't afford to take out that supplier because then they will make sure that how you will be achieving the quality what they want. That's what the contract for this kind of project is 5 years, 10 years, something like that. One of the contract we already having this kind of contract. So these are the few opportunities what I would like to mention here as an opportunity to our business in sector. And of course, automation. Yet there is no automation available on in India in terms of manufacturing of aircraft. I can understand the quantity is less, so the automation yet not be started somewhere in the world as well. But when you can consider the quality of the product and consider consistency of the quality of product, you need a robotic or something automation. So that's automation we are trying to bring into the India with some kind of aircraft manufacturing companies. We are already in discussion with our Indian company, but it is very difficult to go into that sector. But still, we are trying, and I'm sure that within a year or 1.5 year, maybe started with small automation at least into the aerospace divisions. that's what the opportunity is lying in the world and in India as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Nimesh sir. I would like to request Meet sir to explain us about the issue highlights.
Yes, hi. Once again, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So on the issue, what I'd like to mention is the company's current issue is comprising of 43 lakh 77,600 shares, and allocation of these shares has been as follows. For QIB portion, there are not more than 8 lakh 32,000 equity shares. For anchor investor portion, there are 12 lakh 46,400. Retail portion, 14 lakh 56,000. Non-institutional portion, 6 lakh 24,000. And market maker portion, 2 lakh 19,200. So all this is in total around 43 lakhs 77,600, and the price band is around rupees 75 to rupees 82 equity share. And as far as the timeline, we are looking at the anchor investment date being 24th of September. The bid issue is 25th of September, and bid closing date is on 27th of September. Those are the issue highlights.
Thank you. Next question, please. Mr. Vikas, our receivable days is pretty high. Is there any strategy or business plan to reduce the receivable days going forward?
Meet can I quickly comment and then maybe you can step in as regards the business strategy uh, on the receivable days? Okay, so I'll just quickly comment on the receivable days, and as regards the business strategy, maybe Nimeshi or Meet can elaborate
Yes, yes.
what the strategy would be. So receivable days when you look at the market peers, it is relatively speaking way less than what market peers for this sector are. And at this point of time, receivable days for March 24 stand at 164 days. As regards the strategies to improve efficiency on recovering, I think Nimesh, I think you'll be in a better position to guide us there.
Yes, yes. Basically, what happened? We we are the companies where we start designing, manufacturing, installing at our end, and installing at customers and commissioning, then handing over to the customer. So these are the entire processes getting involved. So what happened when we do the installation at our end? The customer comes with 50% payments we are getting at that time already, but then we install at our end, then correct you something at our end, then sending it to the customer end, and they are assembling it. For them also, it's a new industries. Airbus, other big aircraft manufacturing players are coming with some corrections and that. So strategically, they are holding these payments for some period of time. But I think as and when the day progress, as and when the industry is coming in the maturity level of India, I think this is drastically going to be reduced. Same thing is happening in the automation industries as well. So I believe that the skill level what we are building up because of the experience what we have in installation commissioning, our drastically the data receivables is going to be reduced for sure.
Next question, please. Coaching Finvest, who is your closest competitor in India as well as globally, and how we compete with the team?
Yes, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Right now there are three, four. Right now there are 4 or 5 companies are into this kind of product which we are manufacturing. One of them is Azad Engineering. They are already now they are shifting themselves towards the component manufacturing, of the tooling manufacturing. And another is one in Baroda, which is Sriram Aerospace, one in Pune as well. Another one is in Paras Aerospace. So they are quite close to our competition. Yes, their revenue is very on the higher side. So you can say that it cannot be complete. But as far as the product is concerned, we are at very revenue wise, we are slow, it's a small one. But as far as competition and product is concerned, we are at the same level. We are increasing now. We are matching with them.
Next question, please. Financial fitness. What is our current order book and
So
execution timeline?
So
we
I
have
don't
a
think
17.5.
I don't Nimesh sir, I don't think we can disclose this because it was not there in the RHP. But you can give a general answer about the health of our order book and what is the average timeline for order execution and how far along are our current orders.
I can tell them in a person.
Uh,
I can tell them in a percentage kind of stuff. Okay, I understood. With you can say something, or I will.
Yes, what I would like to add here is we have a pretty healthy order book as of now, and our usual project cycles last from 8 weeks to 12 weeks, depending on the scale and size of the project. And these are projects are of repeated types, so our processes stay the same. Every time we have to do a new project, the specifics, slight specifics change only, but the process throughout remains the same, which allows us to quickly take over a new project when it is there. And also our team is very competently placed to pick up new orders and deliver them as soon as possible. But 12 weeks is a standard timeline in a aerospace and defense manufacturing domain, and our order book stands strong as it has always been, and that is the way we've been able to show good numbers in the past also. And we would rely on the industry and our capability completely to continue the same performance throughout, and even do better with the kind of strategic approach we are showing by bringing in the IPO and trying to increase our competency.
Okay.
Basically, if you go through in the RSP, we have already explained about the object of the issue is we are spending around 60 to 70% of the funds into the machinery and capability building. That is the reason why we want that machinery. We have already healthy orders in our hand.
Next question, please. Connection Network. Hi, Rajesh Tambi here from Connection Network. What is the average product value of your products in one aircraft, and what is the complexity of that?
Uh, yes, I can say. Uh, so I can make a generalized statement once again. I will give you one example. Last year in 2022, our Indian government has given an order of around 22,000 crore to Airbus, and according to the law, they have to upload the 30% of their particular order to our Indian company. So they have joined hand with the Tata in terms of manufacturing the C-295 aircraft in India. So now, in that particular aircraft, as mentioned by them itself in one of the seminars, they said that around 300 to 400 crores of tooling only they require in a year period of time. So that's what the footage of entire aircraft you can say. For example, C-295, they need 300 to 400 crores of toolings to be manufactured to build the aircraft. So you can elaborate now whatever the aircraft coming up, whenever they are setting up the new companies coming into India, they have to have that kind of toolings in India. That's what the value is. I'm just talking about tooling. Other things I'm not at all able to elaborate you. That's a huge.
Okay. Next question, please. Connection Network. Also want to understand about our products are compatible with both Boeing and Airbus. Also interoperability among different aircrafts.
Yes, so I would like to answer this one. And yes, our products, so the compatibility of the products is defined from the certifications the manufacturer has. and we are very well rightly placed in terms of having the certifications and competency to work with these two companies like Boeing and Airbus, and our products are being used at present to manufacture components of these two aircrafts, rather in India as well and outside India as well. And we've been dealing with these customers for the last 10 years now, so we exactly understand what kind of requirements they have, and that is what helps us make our products better every time we deliver them. And second, so there is no concept of interoperability among different aircraft for a same product, though the processes to manufacture them stay the same, but every aircraft is designed differently, like a different vehicle. So which means that every time you want to make a product for a different aircraft, there is a new requirement generated. This also says a lot about the scope of work and the opportunity available, because every time they upgrade a aircraft, they upgrade a part in the aircraft, they want different kinds of tooling and manufacturing setup available to make them. So it clearly tells us that how our compatibility and how our internal own moldability lives is right now, wherein we can cater to all kinds of aircrafts and all kinds of parts of the aircraft to any kind of the customer from around the globe, and that is what we are already doing. Thank
Okay.
you.
So just I want to correct here one thing as please mention the 10 years of experience. So I want to just make it clear. As a company, we have a 5 years of experience with the companies, but as a promoter, I was having an experience of other company. So both the companies knows us very well from last 10 years. That was his intention to say about 10 years. Because the company is 6-year-old company. There might be a question how it can be 10 years of experience. So just 5 years being as a company, 10 years being as a promoters. That's the clarify. Thank you.
Okay. Next question, please. Anudaksha, any restrictions from government as we are catering to defense aerospace industry?
So like I mentioned, the restrictions don't come immediately, so there are no restrictions on manufacturing once you have the certification, and once the government entity which is working with us audits us, then there are no restrictions, and the compliance which we follow are very strict. We always regulate them, we upgrade our certifications from time to time, our resources and our processes are stringent enough to keep the data and all the processes, everything what we do confidential, for the same reason. But as far as the being in the industry is concerned, being trying to do the more business is concerned, there are no restrictions from the government. Just certifications and audits required, which we have already cleared and which we are which is a regular standard practice in our industry.
Okay. Next question, please. Deepak Poddar, can you throw some light in terms of revenue mix as per business verticals? Also, what's our current order book with execution timeline in order in pipeline?
This we can answer, Meet, I think, in percentage wise.
Okay. As far as the order booking is concerned, let us say our this year's target is 100%. We have already achieved some percent, maybe around 35, 35, 40, and another 35 to 50%, around 40, 45% already orders in our hand. And by the end of the October or maybe November second week, we will be ready with this year's order booking. And December, January, February, March, we'll start booking for the 24, 25 hours. That's the status right now as far as the order booking is concerned. And execution timelines, it all depends on the value of that particular order. As we mentioned earlier, that 9 to 12 weeks is the sometimes over an average it's at 12 weeks. Sometimes it goes to the 6 months also because of the length of the projects. So that's what the currently what we are playing.
I'll also quickly mention. Sorry, Ganesh, you want to?
Yes, Manik. I was just pointing towards the revenue mix.
So I'll quickly comment on the revenue mix historically, as it's already part of the RHP as well. In terms of the revenue mix, if I'm to bifurcate the two revenue drivers for the company, aerospace sector and the automation division, close to about 41% comes from the automation sector, and this is basis FY24 numbers. Close to about 41 comes from the automation sector, whereas close to about 58 to 59% comes from the aerospace sector. This is basis FY24. On as of March 2023, uh, aerospace contributed close to about 70% of the business, whereas automation contributed close to about 28% of the business. Going forward, maybe Nimesh, you can comment on what the product mix will. I mean, will it be among the same ratio? Or are we looking at a different uh, revenue mix?
See, it is very difficult to say, because once we have an order coming in terms of big order in terms of automation, we can't say no to the automation only because of to
Correct.
bring some percentage up and down. But my instinct and gut feeling is saying that 70-30 is going to be the continuous ratio for this defense, aerospace, aviation, and automation for sure.
Can we move forward to the
Because
next question?
that's what actually we propose in terms of, because the aerospace industry is growing in India is a very fast growth, and there is very less player in this in this situation, in this position right now. For automation, there are many players are there, so we don't compete with all of them. We just take some big order which is converted very quickly and has got some heads of profits. So that is the reason I would like to maintain 70-30 ratio.
Okay. Next question is from Ananya
I
Sanghi.
think the question is very good, and I really, if one to one there, then I could have been answered very quickly. That's what the USP we have. How I can say something new market which I am going to cater, and of course, we will going to take a frog leap with this kind of IPO, and in next 1.5 years, you will see that we have already entered into the new segment of the business for sure. But I can't say right now what is the new market.
Next question, please.
But we are diversifying in a new company, new segment for sure.
Devesh Purohit, what new technologies are you using to stay competitive in this industry?
Can you highlight about the GenAI, something what we are bringing in? Odie, can you say something about this?
Which question, sir? What new? Yes, sir. Sure.
So,
So-
technology in terms of, say, we are coming up with some GenAI kind of stuff which we are bringing into the company. We are in discussion with companies already, and we have already VR is already implemented. Our customer comes to our place, they can feel directly, go into the system, and they can have their feeling that what kind of product they will have in their company after giving us the order. So that is already we have implemented some technologies. They are coming up with Gen AI in our company recently in another 3 months.
Next question, please. Adishwar Golecha, how much are we planning to raise in total? What's the dilution?
So I'll answer
Only I
this
think you
one.
can.
Yes, I'll answer this one. We're looking to raise. Just a second here. I'll give you the exact figures. We're raising 35.89 crores, and I think we have a rough dilution of 26.5%, including the market maker portion.
Okay. Next question, please. Prem Singhania, post-COVID, we have seen sharp jump in revenues and profitability. Please explain the driving factors.
There was no more COVID. I think because slowly the aviation industry start picking up. Uh, if everybody has gone through this phase and everybody was talking about that, अभी तो सब virtual हो गया है, अभी तो कुछ कोई आगे पीछे जाएगा नहीं, aviation बहुत down होने वाला है. It was happened exactly ulta. In India, the 40 to 35% rise in flying around the nations. So I think requirement of the air travel is huge in our Indian nation itself. So I believe that that is the basic reason. Secondly, how I can explain you, the people were very much kept themselves in a very close arena because of the COVID. और कोविड के बाद वो एकदम से blast हो गया and then the increase in all of sudden. That is the only reason basic COVID air industry is flying very high because of, and specifically government has given the input into the defense sector very huge way after COVID.
Next question, please. Jai Bakshi, out of our 121 staff members, how many are skilled engineers?
So staff has actually now increased to 177.
Yes.
Okay.
Nimesh, I think you can give a breakup of how many
40,
engineers we have.
around 45 to 50% are skilled labor, but still in this skill level also we have ITI. Many of them are ITI people. So very less, around 8 to 10% only they have 10th or 12th pass only. And as far as the rest of the people, maybe 100, 120 are engineers and qualified staff.
Okay. Next question, please. Lavanya Balkrishnan, how do global political changes affect your company's business and strategy?
I think I believe and I think everybody knows about this that our Indian market itself is so strong. So whatever the political changes happening in the outside the world that affect our nation very rarely. That's what I believe and that's what I have seen for many years. So and geopolitical changes like war and something is happening that is boosting our business itself. I don't want to do that, but that's what it is.
Next question, please. Sachet Gupta, what is your plan to overcome the tough barriers and entering in this industry?
Tough barrier means what kind of barriers you talking about, Sachinji? Please, are you able to understand what they are saying?
Barrier of entry in this sense usually means certifications that are required to get
Yes,
into
sir.
your business.
So,
How difficult it is to get
so
vendor registration done, etc.
So, Sachinji, thank you for the question. So, the barrier, what I understand, is like Ganesh mentioned, it is about the certifications which we require, or about the clearances which we need to register ourselves as the supplier to these customers or to the governments. Sir, the good part is that we are already there. We are already registered in all the portals. We are already supplying to these entities. And we already have all those kind of certifications with us since the last 5 years, and we keep to maintain these going forward also, and this is what makes us unique. And along with that, there is another barrier is understanding of the technological requirement of this industry. That is where also that is what we always say, and we always believe that is our core competency. The technological part is what brought us here in the first place, and what made us get into the aerospace and defense industry. And learning never stops. Yes, we learn every day, and we train our teams every day, and hence as of now, whatever technical barriers and challenges come, they are going to be part of every industry. And most of them we've already covered. As and when they come, we have a strategic plan in place. We have strategic team members who can help us guide through them.
Next question, please. Rahul Jain, is manufacturing land owned by the company or it's on lease? If owned, what is the acquisition cost?
It is on lease.
Next question. Vikas Joseph, do we make commercial or defense aircraft parts or both, and who are our customers?
We work for both segments, commercial and defense.
That's the only, I think, it's a Victor.
Next question. Samar Dalal, do we have any technology tie-ups? If yes, with whom and how are our arrangement with them?
Right now, we don't have any technology types. All
We believe
IP is created in house.
we believe in being Atmanirbhar.
Okay. Next question. Jay Bakshi, our debt to equity is almost 1 on 1. What are your plans going forward?
So I think I'll answer this one. Because of the debt to equity ratio, one of the objects of the issue is to reduce debt. And with the fresh infusion of funds from the IPO, this ratio is to improve further.
Next question. Arjun Verma, do you work with larger defense contractors or aerospace companies, and how?
Hi, Mr. Arjun. Yes, so we work with all the large defense players and aerospace players in the industry. They are around. And how is the certifications, the passion and competency which we have to make a difference in the aerospace and defense segment in India, and how we want to bring our expertise in this segment to help the industries around, to help our customers solve the technical problems which few years, a decade back, were only to be thought to be solved in the European or American countries. So that is the kind of know-how we have acquired over the years with work with our skilled team members, and this has allowed us to work with the larger defense and aerospace companies which are around in the market in India and globally.
Next question, please. Rajesh Swaminathan, hi, do we have any plans capability to cater to drones and UAV industries too?
Uh, no, as of our strategic plans, that is not a part of what we are intending to do in the immediate future. But with furthermore expertise which we will acquire, we never know what the future holds. We will keep the everybody updated about how we plan to shape up in the future.
Okay. Next question. Harsha Joshi, thank you. Best wishes. I think we have covered majority of questions. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you, Nimesh sir. Thank you, Meet sir. Thank you, Manik sir, and thank you, Ganit sir. All the best for the IPO.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, everyone.